here is how to build a very sexy house. We're going to go up 2 cobblestone, make a little TP arch thingy right there. We're going to go up 2 more, make a TP arch thingy there, and then 1 on top like that, so you have this structure. Now I'm going to add in a couple details, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I added in a couple details, and it looks like that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you followed it, you will know how to build that 100%. Thanks for watching. I'm just kidding. What is up, ninjas? It's BloodZelos. Welcome back to another house tutorial. It is almost nighttime. I probably should have figured that out before we started, but that's okay. Today we are going to be working on a modern house design. Instead of the mountain house, I will do that, obviously. I'm not blowing that off. It's just going to be a little while before I can learn how. So this house, of all the houses I've done, I know the least, so I probably will be cutting a lot while I figure out what to do. But what I do know is we're going to place a piece of sandstone. We're going to count 11 out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we'll put another one, so there should be 11 blocks between each piece of sandstone. Now, I'm not actually joking. That is basically all I remembered of my first little look-see-poo. So as I said, I'll be doing a lot of cutting, so let me cut right there, and I'll learn how to build a freaking door. Okay, so after you have placed your 2 pillars, we're just going to work on the front wall right now. That's all I can really remember how to do at the moment, but we're going to leave 1 space. We're going to place another sandstone pillar. I think with modern houses, snow and sandstone and windows are about the 3 most important blocks in making them. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to count 1, 2 more, and we're going to place a snow pillar. Over here, we're going to count to 3 and place a snow pillar, like so. Now we're going to take spruce wood. And what we're going to do is line, this we're actually going to do around the entire house. We're going to line everywhere there's a window with wood like that, because what we're going to do is place glass panes like this, because as I said, modern houses need big windows, and we don't want grass under our windows. That'll look dumb, and so once we get a floor in, it'll look a little more normal. So we're going to place ourselves some windows like that. I will fix the floor later. We go like that, and I think we'll have windows up there. And then a piece of snow, or a string of snow, should I say, will cover all of this up, like that. What am I doing? Like that. Now, the other thing with a modern house is there's a whole lot of different depth and things you have to do, so we will be doing a lot of that today. So before we get into too much of the house, I've decided it'd probably be a smart idea to lay this out, because as I said, really have no idea what I'm doing. So we have our front like this. You're going to go diagonally in 1, place your piece of spruce wood, and then right here, we're going to place one, although we won't actually need it there. And then we're going to go this way, and we're going to go down 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, for listening, I want to say really quickly, guys, thank you for all the support on this series. I had some people comparing me to Corrales, and I know I'm not Corrales in any way, but it felt amazing to have people say, you and Corrales do the best house tutorials. It was really an awesome thing to read, and it actually kind of made my day. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying this series a ton. Please leave a like if you do like it, because it's what's been keeping me going so far. Now I'm not 100% sure. I think we're going to end up with a snow block right about here. Yes. So that's going to go like that, and then the wood will come in there, like so. So we don't need that. Why am I putting it back if we don't need it? I think I need some more sleep or something. I'm having some serious issues right now. Okay, we filled that in. Let me count that for you, just so you're not confused. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. This one here is 10, and you have your one little corner thing there. So now we're going to have to go around and fill this up with sandstone pillars. Let me count out where those go. So the biggest thing to do with a modern house is to have overhangs and things sticking out. That was sexual. And things like that. So before we do that, though, what I have done here is kind of laid out the pillar plan, I guess you could say, because honestly I don't quite have it memorized. So I believe we're just going to go up 3 like this, and this one's going to go up 5. Let's see, yeah, 5 like that. Alright, and then we'll go 5 over here, and 5 right here. And then modern houses need windows everywhere, so that's what we're going to do. This corner we will fill in with normal windows. We'll go up 3, and then glass panes will go just about everywhere else, actually. So with this house tutorial, my goal was to make a simple modern house, because there's a lot of those really cool ones out there, but they're hard to build, you know. So the goal of this tutorial is to come up with a simple house design which still looks, you know, nice, which is an improvement over some buildings I've seen. Now this corner here looks kind of weird, but I've done that on purpose. A lot of modern houses, or my idea of a modern house, is not conforming to normal building kind of laws, which would say you would have a pillar at the corner. So I did that on purpose. And then right here we will window ourselves all the way across like this. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. And then once more up here, like so. Now we have the main kind of design of the house going down. Actually, I'll come back to this. I'm not quite sure if that's right. Over here we will have big bay windows. I think they will actually go 4 up, but I want to go check that. I do want to give that a little look-see-poo. If you're watching this on Minecraft.net, guys, feel free to leave a like. It helps me and him out a ton. If you're watching on my channel, you can still leave a like. I figure right now I will go show you what this is going to look like when it's done. Just because I do need to check something. So it looks like those snow pillars should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high. 5 high. And then we'll have our windows being 4 high. And a window 3. Okay. So that's what it's going to look like. However, we are going to do interior and exterior decoration to this one. So these windows will all go like this. And they will be nice big bay windows. Like so. And that one is 3 high, which is right. And then it looked like there's going to be something coming across. That was wrong. Like this. And then we will add sandstone for depth everywhere. So now it's starting to look a little more modern and a little more house-like. Let me cut and we'll get on to the next step. So now we begin kind of the roof design, although what I've done over here first is we're going to place our pillars. They're going to be 6 high with sandstone. This is one of those depth steps I was talking about. That I believe is 7, so we'll go down to there. And we're going to go up 6 high on this one. What I like about this house design, well, is actually the fact that I came up with it. Some of the other house designs are highly influenced by other people. That house in the last tutorial was influenced by Jamsy Boy. That one was a member of my server who taught it to me. This one I completely designed myself, which is probably why it's not quite as cool looking as some of the other ones, but I think you will still enjoy it. Now this piece we originally put down there, we're actually going to change that to sandstone. So we have our big pillars like this. And I'm looking over at the other side. It looks like what we're going to do is come in 3 like this, so it'll make like a triple U, a 1, 2, and 3 idea like that. And that adds some sandstone detail. Now something is not right. I believe this sandstone pillar right here should actually be right here. Okay, that's what it was. That makes more sense. Now we're going to come over here and take our snow. Oh, I also did this off camera. It was like that. You're going to place 2 blocks of snow and then 2 blocks of sandstone in the cracks. And we're going to have snow coming across the front. Should cover up your sandstone pillars right there. And I believe it will stop right there. Over on this side, we're going to follow the entire top of the window line with snow, like that. And it will come all the way over to here. But then we're going to add another layer to get in some depth. So that other layer is going to come out like this and go to there. So now we have depth on that side, and it's going to mold into this layer right there. So we don't have depth on the back, but that's okay. The other thing about this house is, in all my other videos, the house has been symmetrical, and everyone's like, symmetrical houses, blah blah blah, you gotta do something else. And I agree that it is okay to build non-symmetrical houses, so that is what this one is a non-symmetrical house. So coming over here, let's figure out how we did this roof. And I may make a couple modifications. So it looks like we go to the middle block, and we're basically just going to follow it around with sandstone, giving it a nice little outline. What I've been doing off camera a ton is basically going over there, looking at it, coming back here, and completely forgetting what I was supposed to do. This video takes way longer to record than it actually is. So you can imagine how long that one took. So we're going to outline the entire inside, I believe, with this sandstone. Like up, like this. And right there. And then what we're going to do is, I will figure out what goes there. What we're going to do is fill this in with snow, so let me cut right there, you don't need to watch that. So the outside of your house is actually complete now. There is nothing we're going to put there. And I think it looks pretty nice. It definitely has that modern feel to it, and it'll have a little more when we get around to making the outside. Now you can kind of play around with your patterns here. I had it in one version like that, but I think that looks a little weird, especially when you look from this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave that snow, but honestly, it's up to you. You can play around however you want, and maybe you can improve the design too. Now, so far this house has been pretty cheap. It takes, you know, a bunch of snowballs to make the snow, and sandstone's not that hard to get. Glass is not that hard. this is where it's going to get a little more expensive, and this is something you don't have to do in your build. You can make the floor out of something else, but what I'm going to do here is outline the entire floor in redstone lamps, because of all the windows we have, I think it will look really cool at nighttime. It'll kind of glow. So I'm going to outline the entire perimeter of the floor with these redstone lamps. And then what I'm going to do is, off-screen, I'll choose some block to put in the middle. I'm not quite sure what it will be, but you'll see what it is in a minute. So I ended up choosing spruce wood for the floor. It actually took me a little while to figure out what to use. I couldn't quite find anything that I thought looked right. I don't even think this looks absolutely amazing, but I think it looks good enough for what we're doing right now. You are free to do whatever you want on the floor. That's what I thought. The last thing we have, obviously, to do is a little bit of interior design. Now, when I think of modern house, for some reason I think of a bar, because that's just what people do these days. So I'm just going to do this kind of quickly, the inside of the house. Because I want to focus a little more on the outside this time, but we're going to make ourselves kind of a little bar-like area. And I don't usually do this, so if it's not perfect, don't look at me. It wasn't me who built it. Something like, oh, that's not the corner. Let's go like that. We'll take that out and come across like that. So we have a simple-looking bar idea, and we could put down like a chair, I guess. We'll mess with that later. Let's just put some leaves. I think leaves across the doorway would look kind of cool. Like so. And we need more leaves. We need more leaves. All of my houses, if you haven't noticed, have leaves. It's kind of my theme. But I can't figure out where they look good in this house, honestly. Maybe coming across like this would look okay. That's not bad. That's not terrible. We could almost actually go around the entire inside of the house with these leaves. Once again, leaves aren't exactly hard to obtain either. You need yourself some shears, and that's about it. Maybe we will not do leaves. We'll come down like this. Nah, we'll just leave it like that. And could come across like that. Building is complicated. Maybe if we went all the way around like this. This might look okay. So we'll just pop in some leaves like so. And that looks quite dandy, actually. I kind of like that. And then right about here, I guess we could give ourselves a piston table, just so that we have something going on. And maybe a chair right there and there, and we'll drop some arms on these. Always looks good. And I'll leave that side empty because I can. Put a bed wherever you want. A refrigerator back here. I'm sure you probably know how to make a refrigerator. Probably better than I do, actually. The dispenser. Give yourself a dispenser and like a stone block. And an iron door right here. And we'll go that. Iron door. That's bad. Iron door. And then put yourself like a button somewhere or a lever. You can open the refrigerator. Crafting table chests. The inside's up to you guys. It's not really that important. I want to make like a really cool fountain outside, so I'm going to kind of slack on the inside today. But those are still some simple ideas that should get you started. Let's just light it up so that we can show it off when it's nighttime. Oh, the last thing you can do, if you have not seen this before, is place yourself a trapdoor right there and give like a door into your bar. So there you go. That's the inside. Now let me figure out what we're going to do on the outside, because I want to make this look really cool. Now the garden I'm going to just make up on the fly. I think I've kind of built enough gardens that I sort of know what I'm trying to accomplish. I think smooth stone looks really good with modern houses, even though I'm a huge fan of stone brick, if you didn't know that. And a hedged path definitely gives it kind of a modern look. So we could go like that. And give ourselves, let's go, put one of these here, one of those here. Top your spruce logs when they're outside with stone slabs, always makes it look nice. Put a fence gate there. And then we could come out like this, maybe just come out like 5, however many that was. And we'll come into here, come around the corner like that. Let me count that for you. I might end up being symmetrical with the garden just because that's how I roll. Actually, let's not put any leaves here. I think that kind of defeats the purpose. We'll just connect it like that. Maybe like this. Okay. And top your corner off right here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's six bushes in between. And then down here it looks like we go all the way to the corner of your house. And we can top that off like that. And probably do that on the other side too. so let me do that off camera. So I think what I'm going to attempt in these spaces instead of a garden is kind of a simple fountain design. But I'm going to put gravel in because I don't think dirt looks very good in a fountain, so we're going to fill this with gravel. Actually, we need to leave this. Fountains need a place for water to go, so go down one more. And this is a little bit different. A lot of my other tutorials I've done a lot off screen. They've probably been harder to follow, but I would guess that they've also been a little bit better looking. This one I'm trying to do more on screen, so it's a little bit easier to follow, but that being said, it also means that sometimes it gets a little bit confusing what I'm trying to do, which ends up looking a little funny. Now, I want this to be a fountain, but if it's freaking gonna be like that, we're gonna get rid of this stone in a minute, but we're gonna go like that, take ourselves some water. I honestly don't know how this is gonna turn out. Go like that, get rid of this stone. I actually think that looks okay. If we have 2 of those, I think that'll work. Let me do that off screen. Last thing I did over here, though, is I went between each of these pillars and added a little bit of greenery in. I'm not quite sure what to do back here. It's kind of plain, but I may just leave it. It still doesn't look terrible. So let me go make that other fountain. Okay, guys, I built the fountain in the other side, and I actually don't think there's a whole lot more that really needs doing to this house. I like to leave my builds up to you guys to come up with what you want, too. I don't want to completely tell you block by block what you need to place. So I think that will give you a good idea, and it is up to you to modify it however you feel fit. But that is a modern house, a simple modern house, and I think it works really nicely. Next episode, okay, I can't promise it will be next episode, but I do want to do that mountain house. Please add me on my fan Skype, BloodZelosFans. Send me pictures of mountainside houses you've built or that you like. I need ideas, because mountainside houses are hard since mountains aren't all the same, and you kind of just have to use the mountain. It wouldn't be a block-by-block tutorial. That mansion over there was edited in, there's no way I built that. But I could learn how to build that, maybe. Anyways, that is a simple, modern house that is quite nice looking in my opinion, and is not that hard to build. If you guys enjoy this series, make sure to leave it a like. If you enjoy what I do, you can subscribe, become a ninja, no training required, and make sure to check the link, the description for a link to my channel if you're watching this on Minecraft.net's channel, because that is where you can come find me. Join my server, IP is in the description. Add me on Skype, BloodZelosFans. Follow me on Twitter, @BloodZelos. Suggest what you want in other videos, and I will see you later, guys. Thank you so much for your support and for watching this video.